Hi Red Group, I thought I'd read you another story today. Emma chose this one and it's called Little by Little and it's about not giving up, and I absolutely love this book, and all of you are so good at persevering with things and not giving up and trying and trying and trying, and that's how we get better at things. And this is about a little otter called Scramble, who, by the way, otters are my favourite animals at the zoo. I love them because they actually play. If you watch them, they throw things up in the air and catch them, and I love seeing animals play. Okay, so this is the start. So it's called Little by Little. Scramble was making a list, a can-do and a can't-do list. There he is. He's using his little left paw. The can-do side was much longer than the can't-do side. On it was a forward roly-poly, a backward roly-poly, being kind to frogs, mudsliding, making very good sandcastles, slippery rock hopping. The can't-do side was much shorter. It just said swimming. Who ever heard of an otter who can't swim? Asked Beaver. What? Not at all, said Bear. Not even a little. At your age, all your friends can swim. Whatever next? Obviously, being kind to otters is not on Bear and Beaver's can-do list, Mummy said crossly, when Scramble told her. And I bet their sandcastles are rubbish, muttered Scramble's sister. Sometimes Scramble would pretend he could swim, but really he was hopping very quickly along the riverbed. Other times he would run along the riverbank, trying not to be left behind by his friends as they spun and tumbled through the water. But most days Scramble would simply sit on his favourite slippery rock, wishing and wishing, from his whiskers all the way down to his toes, that he could swim. Every day his mummy would say, "Today's the day you're gonna crack it." And every day it wasn't. Then, one sunny Monday, Scramble and his sister were watching their friends jumping off the highest ever rock into the deepest ever pool below. "You have got to start small," his sister said. "Small?" said Scramble. "Yes, small," she said. "Come on today. Really is the day to start small. Believe it, little brother, starting small turns can't-dos into can-dos." So on that Monday, Scramble started small. He hopped along the riverbed, keeping his toes off the bottom just that little bit longer every time. On Tuesday, he did his highest hops and floating, with holding on in between. On Wednesday, Scramble did floating with no holding on. And on Thursday, he did a little kicking, and then a lot of kicking to the halfway stone. On Friday, Scramble splashed and kicked and swam the whole width of the river, from one bank to the other, all by himself. And very soon, over Saturday and Sunday really, that width became the length of the river, from Scramble's rock to the deepest ever pool. Then the splashing and kicking turned into gliding, and the roly-polies on the riverbank became underwater tumbling. So happy. And on Sunday evening, all of his friends and family gathered along the riverbank to cheer him on. Scramble jumped off the highest ever rock into the deepest ever pool. "I did it," said Scramble to his sister. "I can really swim." "You really can," laughed his sister, hugging her very wet little brother. "You see, you started small and finished big." And I love that picture of them at the end, the brother and sister. And I think it's a lovely story because it's about not giving up and about sometimes things seem really big. But if you take them a little bit at a time, that's how you get there in the end. And sometimes that might feel like some days when you're missing your friends, and it's about maybe watching a video from playgroup or seeing if we can do a Zoom together. So doing something little that might make you feel better. But also it's about not giving up when you find something hard. So if we go back to Scramble's to-do list, what he can do. So I wonder if some of these things you could do or practice and see if you can get any good at them. There's a forward roly-poly. There's a backward roly-poly, which Mrs. Bartlett finds very difficult. There's being kind to frogs, and maybe we could just change that to being kind to people in our family. Mudsliding. Perhaps this is splashing around in the bath instead. Making good sandcastles, that's pretty tricky at the moment, so maybe we could change that to being good at eating up all our meals. And slippery rock hopping could maybe just be trying to hop. Now you might not be able to do all of these things or any of these things or just one of these things. That's fine, but it's just practicing them, and that's how we get better at things. So I thought you might like that story, and especially because I love otters. And thank you, Emma, for the choice. It's a brilliant book, and I will see if someone else would like to choose a book for next week. Take care, all of you. Missing you lots. Bye-bye.